What's up, everybody? Today we're working on this beautiful piece of American fine engineering 2015 Dodge Ram. We're going to be showing you guys how to change a complete wheel bearing hub assembly. We've already got the tire off here. Check it out. Okay, so first things first, guys, we're going to remove these two caliper slide pin bolts. They're both 13 millimeters here and here. Always want to take a piece of mechanics wire or industrial grade zip tie and tie that caliper up to something sturdy so that you're not putting added pressure and stress on the brake line. Okay, two 21 millimeters for the back of the caliper bracket here. Now that you guys have the caliper bracket removed, you can go ahead and use a rubber mallet to break the seal on the rotor to the hub. If it's been on here for a little while, it's going to fight you a little bit. If you take a rubber mallet, that's your best bet. You're going to have to give it a couple good heavy blows. Okay, now that you guys got the rotor off, you're going to be moving to the axle nut, which is a 36 millimeter. It's pretty tight, so you're probably going to want to use your 1/2 inch air impact gun. So the next step is unplugging the ABS wire that's part of the hub assembly. Now if you chase the wire, it's kind of clipped up with the brake line. If you follow it up to here, you'll see that there's two protruding clips sticking out through the fender liner. If you pop that off, so as you guys can see, that's where your connection is for the new hub. You're going to want to pull the red locking tab, push the tabs in, separate the clip, and unclip it from the couple clips that's holding it up to the brake line here, and now your wire is free. So now that we got our wire disconnected, we're just gonna loop it here, let it hang, and we're moving on to the back of the hub. Very importantly, that when you guys are removing these bolts, be careful not to damage the CV axle boot. What I usually like to do is I like to put the axle nut on the end of the axle and tap it in a little bit. That way it's a little bit separated from that hub assembly and you give yourself a little bit of room to work with. So you got the old wheel bearing out. You're gonna feel this in your wheel end, you're gonna hear this. So before putting your nice new wheel bearing in, what I like to do is clean up this bore. You could take a piece of coarse sandpaper and do it by hand, or if you got a power tool, you can also do that. Also, before you put this all together, I like to coat the axle splines with a little bit of anti-seize in case you have to ever take this apart. The axle will slide out of your hub nice and easily. Make sure to note the orientation of the dust shield before you put the new hub in. Nice shiny new. Here's your wire for the ABS. So the install is essentially the reverse of the removal. When you're putting in the mounting bolts, you guys make sure to use a little bit of red Loctite and torque everything that you need to proper specifications. You also want to make sure that when you're putting your ABS wire back up, you put it in all the proper factory clips. Take the truck for a test drive. Remember to torque your wheels as per manufacturer's recommendations. Also, remember to retorque your wheel after 50, 100 kilometers. Give it a retorque, take it for a drive, make sure that growling sound is gone. Enjoy your new quiet Dodge Ram drive. Happy motoring, guys. See you next week.